you should need to be back here. Oh, you know what? I have Pandora on. Ha ha. No, do I? Oh no. Hello. Can you hear me? Oh, there you go. Okay. You just. We're ready. Okay, cool. Okay. One. Okay. This is Elizabeth's dad. That matters. Hearing you. That we can't. Hold on. We cannot hear you. Can you stop the video? We cannot hear you. No, can you so like? Yeah, you're talking about the moon now. Everything. Okay, what is Mercury? Hold on, wait. Maybe the sound isn't up all the way. Mute your. I have no idea. Hey, that scared me. I already know what you like. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite? My sister likes Nikki and my mom likes. Ah. I like her style. I wonder if we stop the style.
I had my microphone off the whole time. That is silly. Goodness gracious. Hey, everybody, welcome. I'm just going to start over. Welcome back to the stream. I am silly. I am silly. Let me fix that. Okay, we'll go back to the Starry Night. Okay, let's start all over. Now that you can hear me, welcome, guys. I'm so glad to be here. I'm an idiot. I can't believe I did not have the microphone on. That is my fault. Okay, so let's start here. We're at a shot of planet Earth here, looking out at the stars at night. And you can see how vast the stars are in our universe. And then we're going to go to the galaxy. Now let's look at the galaxy. And this point is this is millions and billions upon billions of stars all massed together in a one area. Now there's multiple galaxies, and this just gives you an idea of how big space actually is. It is massive. And if you look right here, I'm just going to call this spot right there. That's our sun. I don't know. It could be over here. It could be over there. But just for our discussion, this is our sun right there. Okay, so we're a very small part of the whole universe. Space is massively huge. Now I'll bring in this picture of the solar system, and let's talk about in the scope of how big our galaxy is and the galaxies all around us. And then you come back down to our solar system, how small of a space that we actually are in. Space is just huge. It kind of makes us feel a little bit small and insignificant. But the fact is that makes us really, really special, because as far as everybody knows, in the whole known universe, we, as far as we know, are the only planet that sustains life as we know it. We are very special. So even though we have the vastness of space in this galaxy, we are special. And that's what I want to share with you guys right now, is how special you actually are. Our solar system is amazing. Now, if you look at the sun is, in scientists' terms, relatively young, relatively small because it's young. It operates on a process known as fusion, and that's where particles come together and fuse, and they create a massive amount of energy. That energy is thrown off as radiation, heat, and light. We feel the heat when we stand outside and the sun is shining on us. We feel that heat. And then also when we look outside, just because we can see the light, we see those byproducts of the fusion that happens in the sun. Our solar system is made up of 8 planets. When I was in school, there was 9 planets. But apparently Pluto is not considered a planet anymore. I always considered Pluto a planet, but you can go wherever you want to go with that. Now, if we start looking at the actual planets themselves, let me figure out my finger thing again right here. If you look right here, closest to the sun, we have Mercury. Mercury is a wasteland. It is so close to the sun that it is just baking. It should almost be melting. That's how close it is to the sun and how hot it is there. It's a small little tiny planet, goes around the sun really fast. That's the first planet. The second planet is right above my head right here. That would be, I think that's Venus, right? Yes, that's Venus. Venus is a great planet. There are a lot of studies going on with it. I've seen some recent research and studies. Pardon me, I need a quick drink. Research saying that part of the reason Venus looks the way it does and the way it has its atmosphere is because a lot of volcanic activity actually caused a bunch of CO2 gas in the air, making the whole planet just a dead wasteland. And it gets really warm because of its location near the sun. The third planet from the sun is us, Earth, right here. And you can see a little spot right on by it. That's our moon. Our planet is, in the known universe, as far as we know, unique. There is no other planet that we found that has not only sustains life, but also has the atmosphere that it does. Scientists are looking for it. We may find one someday, but we don't know. Right now, how unique the Earth is because of its distance from the sun and the atmosphere that it has. Now, if you look at the heat and the radiation and the light that comes to the Earth, you can see those all in examples like I laid before. You can feel it on your skin, the heat from the sun. You can also see the light But I don't know if any of you have ever seen the northern lights before, but that is the radiation that passes around our atmosphere, and our atmosphere does a really good job of protecting it. It's the only place in our solar system and in our known universe that we are able to observe right now where we know that there's flowing water and that there's an atmosphere that is able to support life as we know it. We have a single moon. The moon does amazing things for our planet. It creates tides and has a lot to do with how things work. And it's just an amazing, amazing, unique system that is set up here. We are perfectly placed from the sun, so we have the right temperatures to support life as we know it. The next planet that we are right here is Mars. Mars is a big topic right now. They got some little rovers like the Curiosity rover and that kind of stuff studying it. Someday they're talking about sending humans to Mars to actually create a colony, study the planet, and possibly start a place where people can live there. It's an amazing place too. They think that there was running water at one point in time, but the atmosphere is so thin that it just boiled off and it froze. But they are still looking for water. They found evidence of water, but we still don't know yet. And this is the amazing thing that we study and why space is so important, so we can actually explore and maybe someday actually go to Mars. The next planet is the largest planet in our solar system. That's Jupiter. I'll try and right there. That's Jupiter. Jupiter has like 16 moons. It is huge. The only thing bigger in our solar system is the sun itself, and it's not that much smaller than the sun. It is a gas giant. There's a huge hurricane on it. I'm sure everybody has seen the red eye or red spot on Jupiter. It is just a super, super volatile planet. Now, some of the moons that it have on it, scientists are studying, there's ice on it. And so there's a possibility to actually maybe someday to be going to one of the moons of Jupiter to either mine or set up in a colony and that kind of thing. Because one of the most important things that you need to sustain human life is water. You can create oxygen from it. You can feed plants from it. You can drink it yourself. We need water. Okay, so Jupiter is an important planet. Now, they also think that Jupiter has some effect because of its size on the whole way our solar system rotates and that kind of stuff because of its gravity. So it's a huge, important part of our solar system to allow it to work with what we have in our known solar system. Now, the next planet, a lot of people think is the most beautiful planet. I think it's pretty awesome too, and it's right there. That is Saturn. Everybody knows Saturn because its rings. Its rings are actually a giant asteroid and ice field that the gravitational pull on Saturn actually pulled into its orbit, and now it's kind of like a moon around Saturn. It's a huge field of ice and asteroids, little bits of space junk and everything. Saturn is another gas giant, and it is an amazing planet. And like I said, it's most people's favorite planet because it's got its rings, its halo around it. It looks really cool. The next one out there, I lose you on the screen here. Let's see if I can point that way. Right after Saturn there, I'm kind of pointing at it now. Right after Saturn is Uranus. Uranus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Uranus is what I call it. My kids always giggle and laugh whenever we talk about Uranus. But it is way out there. It takes years upon years. Like, Uranus won't orbit the Earth in our lifetime, or orbit the sun in our lifetime. It takes a long time for Uranus to go around the sun. It is a beautiful planet. And it is very cold. I believe it's a gaseous planet as well. So it takes a long time for it to go all the way around the sun. It is very, very cold out there. Millions upon billions of miles away from us. It is a long ways away from the Earth. I know this picture kind of doesn't bring down the scale of actually how far away it is. But space is so massive, it would take lifetimes for us to travel to these planets. That's how far they are from us. The next planet all the way out there on the end, all the way out there on the end is, does anybody know what that is? I think it's Neptune. Neptune is considered now the furthest planet away from the sun. It is another huge gaseous planet, and it is a long ways from the sun. It takes even longer for it to orbit the sun. It is a frigid, cold planet. It is just out there. It is so beautiful, and it's amazing on how big our space is, yet our sun has bodies that rotate around it. It is so special. Now, for those of you who still think Pluto is a planet, it's way out past Neptune. They used to think that Neptune and Pluto kind of crossed orbits at certain points in time, and Neptune would then be the furthest planet out, and Pluto then would be the 8th planet out. But since it's not a planet, it's not that big of a deal. Pluto is a small rock basically out in space that it's a frozen planet. I mean, it is so cold out there that the sun looks like a little dot in the sky compared to what we see. Now, all the way back up here at Earth, everybody knows how fast light travels. It travels really, really, really fast. We're so far away from the sun, it takes the light 8 minutes to travel from the sun to the Earth. Now, if you were to take a giant sunscreen and cover up the sun right on the surface and then bring it off, it would take 8 whole minutes for the light to reach us. That's how far away from Earth we are. That is how big the galaxy and the solar system and the universe is. So space is really, really huge. I'm excited that you guys are going to be studying it. I know I just had a little bit here to kind of explain the scope of what we're doing, but just remember, as big as our planet is and as big as our solar system is, we're talking millions and millions of miles. We're still just a little itty bitty speck in the size of this galaxy, just an itty bitty speck, and how big the universe actually is, because there's multitudes of galaxies like the one you see right here. There's different shapes throughout the universe. So the universe is huge. Now, also, to let you know the vast scope of space and how big it is, the light that we're seeing from the stars in our night sky is light that was shown off of that star thousands upon millions of years ago. That's how big those the space is and the universe actually is. So it is really huge. So when we come back down and we look at our starry sky, look at how beautiful that is, especially here in Montana, we get to see wonderful, wonderful night skies, how huge the universe and space actually is. It is a special thing, and it is a great thing to study. I'm going to go ahead and get back on Skype now so we can talk and you can ask any questions that you may have. Are we there? There we are.
Hey guys, why don't you come on back over here so you can see yourself?
All righty.
Okay. Sorry, we ended the call because I was trying to figure out the volume. I didn't know if that was.
It was my fault. I totally messed it up. I'm sorry, guys. I got it on track, though. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Did you understand what I had to say about the universe and the solar system?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that you wanted to learn about it? Here, let me go ahead and do this really quick. Let me get a monitor capture.
A little bit about the location of the planets and the sun, and how obviously the ones farther from the sun are obviously colder.
You're right there. You're right
there. Whoa, we got to move that down.
No. Sasha's right there.
There we go. All right.
Sasha's right here.
So can you repeat that question once again? Or that statement, Mrs. Simonich?
We were just talking about the location of the planets in terms of the sun.
Yeah.
And so we noticed that the planets that were farther away from the sun were what, everyone? The weather was what? Yeah. Much colder.
Yes, very cold. You know, and that's the amazing thing about the Earth is because of our position in the solar system, how actually our temperatures are perfect to sustain known life like you and I. It's an amazing, amazing thing. It as far as we know in the known universe, there's no other planets exactly like Earth that orbit the sun in a perfect position that have liquid water like we do. But also, you know, I'm talking about life as we know it, as you and I are. So it's an amazing thing. So
Yes, pretty cool. So I think we're going to be researching planets and kind
okay,
of current events and what's new with space travel and all
uh
of
huh.
that sort of stuff. So this was an excellent introduction. So thank you.
Excellent, excellent. You know, actually, you know, to tell you the truth, maybe one of you sitting in this classroom now, maybe one of the first people to actually go to Mars. You know, so that's actually a really impressive thing. You know, if you think about it. It
Yes.
is one of you kids, if you get the bug and you want to become an astronaut or whatever, you could be one of the people actually going to Mars and be some of the first people to set foot on it. So space travel is actually really cool. You know, it's going to take a lot of scientific work on the parts of kids like you and that kind of stuff to actually come up with the vehicles that we go there, because one of the biggest problems of actually going to Mars and that kind of stuff is because it's so far away and it'll take so long, is being able to carry enough water and enough supplies to actually sustain yourselves on that trip. So I have high hopes for you guys. I really do think that someday you will be the first people to actually figure out how to get to Mars in a safe and efficient manner. So it's really going to be great.
Pretty cool. They're pretty excited to learn more. They already know so much. So
Yeah.
we need to write that down tomorrow and collect all their schema and all the stuff they already know. So
All right. Excellent. So do you have any other questions?
all right, guys. Do you have any questions,
No.
Mr. Cunningham?
No.
All right. Well, my time is about up. I do appreciate you very much for coming here and enjoying the stream with me. I'm so glad you came here. If there's any questions that you have, we'll bring it up next time we do a Skype chat like this, okay?
All right, that sounds awesome. What do we say, everyone?
All right. Thank you guys too. You have a great day. God bless and have fun, okay? Work hard in school and play hard, right? All righty. Bye-bye, guys. Bye. Oh, my goodness. What a great group of kids. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move on to ending the stream here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It has been a great and glorious day to be here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining HnR Education. Hey, if you're watching out there, get involved in your neighborhoods. Get involved with the kids around you. Let them know that you support their education, because truly they are the future of our planet. They are the future of the scientists, the astronauts, the mathematicians, the business people. So anything that you can do, get involved with your schools. Even if it's saying hi to them and supporting them while they're doing homework, if it's volunteering at the school, if it's doing something like this, get involved with our students, because they are so special and we need to be involved with their education. Thank you very much for watching the stream today. Thank you, Mrs. Simonich and her class, for joining us, for being involved, allowing us to be part of their classroom. Hey, have a great day. Stay warm, stay cool, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Know that you're important to us and we want to help. God bless you. Have a great day. On behalf of Rain and myself, this has been Hondo. What are you gonna do?